Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another episode of Thirsty Thursday with me, Honey. I'm coming to you guys today sporting my really cool dollar spot, one spot dollar spot mug that, or coffee cup, or whatever you call this, that I got from Target. I think it was like $3, but I'm totally digging it. It just has that kind of silicone rim on the top with the little sippy thing, which I love. It stays on really good, and I use this to drink my coffee every day. I am totally just digging this. I wanted the pink, and if they have a purple, I want the purple, but I'm loving this. When I first grabbed this, they only had this one left, so I'm hoping they restock. When I first grabbed this, I was like, I'm not gonna like this, but I've used this every day now for about 2 weeks. So I'm loving it. Today I'm drinking a peppermint mocha coffee, which I made here at home. Really good. I have some gift cards that I loaded onto my gold card for Starbucks, but I've been kind of saving them up for those days when I really want a salted caramel or something like that. So I've been drinking my coffee at home, but today I'm super duper proud to come to you guys with another Thirsty Thursday episode. It's been a while. Sorry, let me check it out, my messages. It's been a while since I've done a Thirsty Thursday video, and I really want to keep up with those again. I stated in another video that I'm planning to bring those back, do them more often, as well as some advice videos I've been asking on. And one question I get asked all the time is relationship things, or one topic that I always get asked to touch base on is relationships. And so I figured, after being asked to do a segment on this forever, that I would touch base on that today. One of the biggest questions I get when it comes to relationships is, how long have you and your husband been together, and how do you stay together? It's interesting, because those of you that follow me on my blog or have followed me for a while, you guys know that I do photography, and it's been about a year, I think, since I've actually photographed weddings or anything like that. But couples have asked all the time, when I photograph their wedding, how is it that you and your husband are together for as long as you have been, or you know, how do you guys keep your relationship strong? And the fact of the matter is, well, hold on, let me answer one question first. My husband and I have been together, this coming September 2016 will be 19 years, so almost 20 years together. And that's our going out together. But we have been married for 15 years, going on 16 come April. Wait, 2001, so 15 in April. And what people don't take into consideration is that with any relationship, whether it be a marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend thing, or just friendships, they take work. Every single person has their own identity, their own individuality, and sometimes while you may be in love with somebody and they in love with you, that doesn't necessarily mean that you guys mesh well. And then you have people who get with it, woman, compatibility wise. Why can't I do this? Those type of people who really are sync, really do well together, they just have different future goals, they have different wants, desires. So any type of relationship, like I said, whether it's a friendship, girl friendship, boy friendship, whatever, or an actual relationship where there is, you know, husband and wife, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, you know, whether it's dating or marriage or just friends, it takes work. And people don't understand that. I had someone, hold on, let me take a sip of my coffee. I had a dear friend of mine tell me once that, you know, relationships are 50 and 50, and then you guys put it together and you get 100%. And as soon as she told me that, I was like, wait, stop right there. That's why you guys are having a hard time. You don't get half of yourself. You don't give 50-50 to make that 100. That's not how it works. Each person gives 100%, or if they're up and above and beyond that, it's 110% equally. You're still giving all of yourself, not just half of who you are. And many people don't understand that concept. Before I decided I was going to do this talk, I had a conversation with my husband the other night, and I told him, you know, hon, people are always asking us about our relationship. How do we keep it going as long as we do? So can I ask you, what do you think is the strength of a relationship, and what do you think is most important? And the first thing out of his mouth was communication. There is not one couple that will not argue, disagree, or just plain out be pissed off at each other. It is a part of life. Again, like I said, each person is an individual, and therefore their wants, their desires, what they need, what they don't need, can be on a completely different level from their other half, no matter how long they've been together. It's all a matter of communicating with each other to make sure that things work. And my husband and I may have arguments now and then, sometimes over the dumbest things, okay? Over the smallest little things, because we didn't communicate with each other. I have that thing, like my biggest downfall is that I shut down. So if I'm irritated or mad about something, all I needed to do was tell my husband, this is not working for me, and he would fix it. That's just the type of person he is. But no, I sit over there and I mope and I pout and I get frustrated and irritated, and then it turns into an argument. And then when I finally explain to my husband, this is why I'm mad, he's like, we could have eliminated all of this issue way before if you just told me, woman. So for him, the key to a good relationship, or the key to just keeping a relationship lasting, is communication. And that is one of the hardest things any couple, relationship, friendship will deal with. Because even if you communicate it all the time, that doesn't mean that there aren't things lingering, or that one or the other doesn't disagree on something. So, I mean, my husband and I have been together a long time. In this day and age now, divorce is such a huge thing. I am amazed when I see the statistics, whether it is a reality TV actress, actor, and they've been with their significant other or husband, wife for so long, and then all of a sudden there's this huge public divorce. A lot of people say, oh, well, you know, marriage doesn't last when you are in the limelight like that, which is true. But people can still make it work. You know what I mean? It's not a, oh, well, because we are actors or actresses, or we are in public's eye, that we can't get it together, we can't make it work. And the same goes for people who are not. The average everyday person nowadays, their marriage ends in divorce within 5 years of getting married. That is pretty much a pretty terrible statistic when you look at it. When I got married, I was 21 years old. I had my eldest when I was 24. My husband and I went through trials and tribulations like you would not imagine, and we're still going through them. What couple doesn't go through stuff like that? I mean, we went through everything from miscarriages to deaths in our family, major deaths. I don't have any living grandparents anymore. So my husband's had to see me through a lot of death, and vice versa. He's had death in his family as well. We have had financial struggles that most people wouldn't even imagine. But we've had positive aspects of it too. I mean, we've paid off many cars, and I'm 36. God, I'm 36. Sorry, my birthday was not too long ago, and I have to get used to saying that I'm 36, because for the longest time I was 35. But anyway, get with it, woman. Stop going on the tangents. You know, we went through a lot of trials and tribulations that people wouldn't even believe. And that's why sometimes people that are looking from the outside in are like, wait, how is that even possible? What do they have, a perfect relationship? In my eyes, yes. My husband and I have a perfect relationship because we complement each other well. But again, it's all back to that percentage thing. I give 110%, he gives 110%. It's all back to him communicating. A relationship is not solely based on love. And if it was, we wouldn't be having this conversation. And a lot of times some people don't even realize that they're not even loving somebody, they're just infatuated with them, or they're infatuated with the thought of being in love. You have to really experience longevity with a person before you realize, yes, I want to spend the rest of my life with each other. There's a lot of growing up that needs to be done when you're in a relationship, and a lot of people think that once you start dating or once you get married, that's the end of the road and it's all peaches and cream and fluffy stuff and glitter after that, when it's not. Even if you love your spouse and your spouse loves you and you guys love each other to the ends of the earth, you still got to put in the work. 100%, 100%. Both sides. It's not, well, I'm giving 50%. You have to communicate. You have to love from your heart. And another thing that is so important to my husband and I, which is hard for me to say, is trust. I trust him wholeheartedly. But I am one jealous motherfucker. Just saying. I am just putting it out there. I am jealous as shit. It has nothing to do with my husband. It has nothing to do with any of that. I'm just naturally a jealous person. If a woman looks this way, I'm like, wait, who the hell are you? That's just the type of person I am. And there's nothing wrong with that. Men get jealous all the time. It's when you take things to a beyond level that affects your relationship that it becomes a problem. So again, trust, communication, being able to talk through things, trusting your partner, and honesty. Honesty is a huge one. If you lie about the smallest little minute things, don't you think that your partner is going to be like, wait, they lied about this and it was a small thing, so what is it that they're lying about now? I was in relationships prior to being with, and my husband and I, like I said, we've been together a long time. We started dating each other when I was a senior in high school. He was out of high school already. My relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend kind of deal before him, they were terrible, okay? There was never any trust. You had to deal with abuse. And this is just what I was receiving. You know, there was no trust, no abuse, lying. I mean, it was really bad. So going into the relationship with my husband, or my boyfriend at that time, with him, it took a lot of me growing as a person. So that's another thing you want to take into consideration. You don't want to take your past relationship baggage to a new relationship if you're planning on that relationship to succeed. But you're not going to know if it's going to succeed until you put in that time. And it's a challenge for many. I get told a lot of times that brains, smarts, looks are all a matter of how a person is turned on or so forth. And it is. All of those things are important. But people lose their looks. I mean, again, my husband and I have been together almost 20 years. I have gained over 100 pounds since we started dating. When I started dating, I was below 120. So I was small, petite, and now let's Fast forward to the future, after having 3 kids, 2 of which are twins, I am now over 100 pounds than what I was. I am 250. I just put that out there. Don't tell anybody. I am 250 pounds, and my husband also, he put on a little bit of weight. We're a little fluffy, okay? But that doesn't mean because we lost that, we're no longer attracted to each other, because now that attraction goes deeper than just looks. It's emotion, it's love. You're attracted to the brain, you're attracted to the compassion the person has, you're attracted to who they are as a person. Once you start noticing that you're losing all of that, that means you literally were infatuated with what they look like, and you weren't able to grow your relationship as a couple. That's basically what I had to talk to you guys about today for this Thirsty Thursday. I have so much more things to talk about, so definitely comment down below with any questions that you have that you want me to touch base on another Thirsty Thursday episode. So leave your questions down below. If you want it to be private, or you don't want to publicly say you want it to be anonymous, then I will leave an email address which you can go ahead and leave down below as well. But I love doing these kinds of videos. I miss doing them because I used to do them all the time. It's basically my advice or thoughts on things. So I'm not only going to tackle these on Thirsty Thursdays, but I will also be just discussing them, random things. One of my friends, Beth, had mentioned calling it Honey's Thoughts. So I'm going to kind of elaborate on that. But I'm looking at something along those lines. I wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. And we can always touch base on this, and I can elaborate. What is up with my phone? I can elaborate on it more as well. But comment down below, let me know, guys. I'll see you in my next one, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Happy Thirsty Thursday. And if you guys are drinking a beverage of choice, if it's alcoholic, make sure you're drinking responsibly and make sure you're of age. Otherwise, toast and cheers to all of you. Have a good one, guys. Bye.